Okay, this is number 12 from the MAC 1105 paper review for test number 3. All right, so for this one, we're going to call the first line line number 1, and we're going to graph the second line line number 2. So line number 1 is already in y equals mx plus b form. And I know that the line will be solid because I have an equal sign in the inequality. I also know that b equals 0, 4, and that m equals 2 over 1. So I'm going to have to go up 2 from that and over to the right 1. Being that said, I'm going to go ahead and do units of 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then in this direction. All right, and I just need to put in the little negative signs. So we got those all covered. And now I'm going to graph the line. So I'm going to graph this first line in black. So 0, 4 is here. Up 2 units over to the right, 1. Up 2 units over to the right, 1. Or down 2 units over to the left, 1. Down 2 units over to the left, 1. Down 2 units over to the left, 1, etc. And remember, this is a solid line. So I'm going to let that snap into place, and voila. My next one is I have to do a test point. I'm going to use test point 1, 1, where x equals 1 and y equals 1, and I'm going to plug it in. So 1, is that less than or equal to 2 times 1 plus 4? 2 times 1 is 2, 2 plus 4 is 6. So is 6 greater than or equal to 1? The answer is yes, it's true. So that means I'm going to plot where 1, 1 is. I made a little X where 1, 1 is. So I'm going to use yellow to show that. And because we have 2 lines, we're going to do the same process with the second line, but we're basically looking for where the 2 shaded areas overlap, and that will be my answer. So let's go ahead and do line number 2. Line number 2, again, is in y equals mx plus b form, thank goodness. So b is 0, negative 2, and m is negative 2 over 1. So you're going to go down 2 to the right 1, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and plot that in green. So 0, negative 2, and then I'm going to go down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, etc. Okay, or up 2 to the left 1, up 2 to the left 1. So I think we're getting kind of a picture of what it looks like. Okay. And remember, this one's dashed because it does not have an equal sign in the inequality. Okay, now I have to shade. So I'm going to use test point 1, 1, which I already denoted with an X. It's right here. So x equals 1 and y equals 1. Okay, so is 1 greater than negative 2 times 1 minus 2? So is 1 greater than negative 4? And the answer is yes, that is true. So I'm going to shade the region which is to the right of the line, and I'm going to use a different color. I'm going to use pink. So I'm shading this and in here. So where the 2 overlaps looks like salmon in terms of the color. It's like an orangish pink. That is my answer. So my answer is right in here. Okay? Looks lovely. Anyways, yeah. So I'm just going to make that purple. This area in here is what the answer is. So where the 2 overlap, we can find the answer. Okay. All right. So my answer, just to make it a little bit darker, is these lines here, and then this line here. So that's the boundaries of my answer. Okay, that is 12. 13, solve the system of equations, write the answer in an ordered triplet. Okay, for this one, my first step is I have to get rid of either x, y, or z. I'm going to go after z. And the reason why I'm after z is because if I look at the z's, how they are right now, they are opposites. So it'll be easy to add the lines together and get rid of them. So I'm going to add line 1 and 2 together. Okay, so I have x minus y plus z equals 2, and 2x minus y minus z equals negative 6. So when I add these together, the z's drop off, and I get 3x minus 2y equals negative 4. Okay, I'm going to call this line A. Now I'm going to add line 1 and line 3 together. So, I'm going to add line 2 and line 3 together. So 2 is 2x minus y minus z equals negative 6. And then 3 is 2x plus 2y plus z equals negative 3. Now I add those together and I get 4x plus y, the z's go away, equals negative 9. Okay, I'm going to call this B. Now I'm going to add A plus B. Okay, and if I add A and B together, 3x minus 2y equals negative 4, nothing's going to cross out because they are not opposites of each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply B by 2. And I'm going after y. Okay? So if I multiply B by 2, I get 2 times 4x plus y equals negative 9, which I get 8x plus 2y equals negative 18. Okay, now let's multiply B star and A. Let's add them together. So I'm going to add A plus B star. So A is 3x minus 2y equals negative 4, and B is now 8x plus 2y equals negative 18. Now if we add these together, I get 11x, the y's cancel, and I get equals negative 22, which works out great because now I can find x. X equals negative 22 over 11, which is negative 2. Now I'm going to go ahead and plug x into line A or B. Okay, I'm just going to pick A. Okay, so A was 3x minus 2y equals negative 4. Now I know x equals negative 2, so 3 times negative 2, minus 2 times y equals negative 4. So negative 6 minus 2y equals negative 4. If I bring the 6 over, I get negative 2y equals positive 2. Y therefore equals 2 over negative 2, which is negative 1. Okay, we're almost there. We have x, we have y, now we have to get z. Okay, so I'm going to pick line 1. Line 1 says x minus y plus z equals 2. So x equals negative 2, y equals negative 1, and z is what I'm looking for. So negative 2 plus 1 plus z equals 2. So negative 1 plus z equals 2, z equals 3. So I have 3 values I need to write down. And I need to write them as x, y, z. X is negative 2, y is negative 1, and z is 3. And that is my answer for this one. Thanks for watching. And we have one more problem left, but I'm going to make another video for that.